So today we're talking about zero waste essentials for a festival. Next week I'm going to Glastonbury, so I thought I would share with you the things that I personally am bringing and also offer some other options of things that I'm not bringing but that might be useful to you. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. But grab a cup of tea or coffee or water or anything you please and let's get into it. So let's start with toiletries. I'm actually taking a toiletry bag, which is this one, which is see-through because it just helps me to remind myself what's in there. And this is a Grin bag, toiletry bag. As you guys know, I am a ambassador for them because they use all upcycled materials and it all comes from things like sailboats and life rafts and things like that that can't be used anymore. So what's also really great is that this is going to be waterproof. So I have this one for my toiletries and I have another small one for all my kind of like electronic wires. If you are interested in checking out Grin bag, they are sponsoring this video. I am going to leave their link in the description below. They obviously, you know, I love them and I'm always going to rave about them, and it's a very authentic sponsorship as I got in touch with them like over a year and a half ago. So yeah, anyway, let's move on to what I'm going to be putting into my toiletry bag. Okay, if you have watched me for a while, you know that I hate zero waste toothpaste or low waste toothpaste, whatever you want to call it. I have tried so many. I've tried store-bought ones, I've tried making ones myself. Guys, I honestly have tried so many. So loads of you guys, when I last said this in one of my videos, told me to try tooth tabs. So I am here trying tooth tabs. I bought these from Whitten, a zero waste shop in London, and I've got about 20 so that I have some, you know, at least 2 a day when I'm at the festival. A lot of you guys have said that these are actually really good, so I'm just going to try them out and see what they're like. I also used a reusable marmalade pot that I found at the shop so that I didn't have to buy some other container, and also it's like the perfect size to take them, which is awesome. So that's what I'm going to be doing for toothpaste. For toothbrush, I'm literally just going to be using a compostable one that's all vegan by Hydrofill. To be honest, I have no preference of toothbrushes. I think they're all so average. And also they have different kind of consistencies and things like that, and I predominantly use these for festivals and traveling and stuff like that. Okay, if you have been to a festival for more than a couple of days, you'll know, or even actually more than just one day, you'll know that toilet roll, I feel, is something that is actually pretty essential. Because if you go to the Portaloos at a time when there have been lots of people there, you never know what you might find. So I'm bringing an emergency toilet roll with me. But yeah, I really suggest taking a toilet roll. If you have some still at your house, you obviously don't need to go out and buy a new one. Just take some with you. Honestly, you will not regret it. Okay, now in terms of washing and body and face and stuff like that, I'm going to be using a Neem soap. Again, I got this from Whitten, the zero waste shop. It's just a soap bar that's like specifically for your face and body, so it's a bit less harsh than the ones that are just for your body, and this one's meant to be good for like acne, psoriasis, eczema and stuff like that. The whole point is that I'm going to take this for washing my face and washing my body because there are showers in the place that I'm staying at, or you could just kind of like shower yourself, you know, with like a reusable cloth or something like that. The next thing is some cotton face pads. Just some really simple ones. You don't have to go and buy these, you can make these yourself. I'm sure there are loads of videos on the internet about how to make these yourself, but these for me are really good for taking off like eye makeup with like just a little bit of coconut oil. I wouldn't get coconut oil on the rest of your face, but on my eyes it's like the perfect makeup remover. And the last thing for my toiletries is just a shampoo bar. Now I'm going Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days, and then home on the Monday. So the likelihood of me needing to wash my hair is really slim because my hair is curly, so it's much drier. I might wash it one day just in case it's like really muddy, or I don't know, some kind of bird shits in my hair. You never know what's going to happen. So I'm just going to take a shampoo bar with me. I don't have a favourite one at the moment. I'm just taking one that I had just have. Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of maybe olive oil or something with me, but that's it, nothing else. I don't want to clog my bag up with too much crap that's unnecessary, especially if I probably won't be washing my hair for 5 days. Okay, moving on to like food items and like what you would do for eating out and stuff like that. As it is a 5-day festival, obviously you're going to be needing to buy some food, even if you bring all of your own like homemade snacks. And I definitely recommend bringing like a stasher bag or something, or your equivalent. You don't obviously have to go out and buy a stasher bag. The whole important thing here is that you're using what you already have. So with some homemade snacks you can bring for at least 1 or 2 days depending on how long they're going to last, but things like homemade protein balls or bliss balls or things like that would be so good. I also highly recommend bringing something like a spork or just simply a fork or a knife or a spoon from your kitchen. You do not have to go out and buy new things. Definitely use stuff that you already have, and cutlery is definitely super important. This brings me on to a container for food. I am bringing this bento box simply because I have it, but if you just have a plastic Tupperware box, then obviously use that. It's also going to be lighter if you use that, and definitely use your boxes like that if you're going to bring one to put other stuff in it. Like I loved for Tupperware boxes, for example, to put all my underwear in just to kind of transport it to the festival, because then you're taking up less space and you're kind of using it really smartly. The next thing is a water bottle. Now I'm taking several water bottles, and that's because I'm going to be using 1 for actual water, but 2 because I know glass is allowed at Glastonbury Festival. So I'm also going to be taking some gin with me. So if you guys are taking any alcohol, then I would suggest using a reusable bottle, or if you have any plastic bottles that you have been using and they are just around the house, then definitely use those to take with you. Or if not, then I still suggest a water bottle, because especially when you wake up in the morning, you're going to really want to have a drink of water, especially if the weather is also super nice and it's really sunny. Now the next thing is I'm still considering whether to take this or not. I'm deciding whether to take a keep cup with me, because that keep cup will be kind of a really good cup just for drinking in the afternoon, in the evening, but also for coffee in the morning. But it does add extra weight. But I don't know, I feel like I will still save more waste if I take my keep cup with me than to kind of, so that's something I would definitely recommend. If you're not a coffee or tea drinker, maybe just bring like a stainless steel cup with you or something just to have drinks in, so that you don't have to get their plastic ones. However, if you are going to Glastonbury do have a reusable cup that you can purchase. So if you want that instead, it is plastic, but it is also reusable, and you will be using it for the whole duration of the festival, and you don't have to carry it with you, you only have to carry it at home. So there is another alternative. The same thing goes for containers. If you can't be bothered or you don't have like a reusable container, just try and opt for compostable containers while you are at the festival. Glastonbury has really cranked down this year on kind of trying to be more eco-friendly, so I reckon that they will have a lot of really good eco-friendly options for you there. Just if you can't take a container, maybe try and just take cutlery. The next one is a tea towel, and that's because I like to take just a really small one that I can wrap my cutlery in once it's kind of dirty, or I can use it to dry my containers and stuff like once I've kind of used them. The next thing is a canvas bag or just a small backpack to carry everything in. Don't overload yourself, obviously, because Glastonbury in particular is massive. So when you leave your tent, you're basically leaving for the day. So it's good to have kind of some snacks with you, or your water bottle and your cup, or some gin, whatever you want, just to make sure that you are prepared. And on the kind of clothes front, I really highly suggest taking a secondhand bum bag with you. They are so handy because literally they're just right there. They're just right there. And they can carry all of your essentials. Like if you want to take a mini camera with you, for example, you want to take your wallet, your purse, any money, etc., then you can have it right here, and it's safe as well, and it's really easy access. And I really recommend you go thrift shopping if you are in need of anything else for your Glastonbury or your just general festival experience. Secondhand shops also have really fun stuff, because Glastonbury, just festivals are really fun to dress up at, so you guys can really have fun with it and go and find some crazy outfits and just have a really awesome time. Now another thing that I didn't mention earlier, because I couldn't find a zero waste version of one, is antibacterial kind of gel. I'm just going to use my soap, but obviously that's actually not that handy if you are out and about. So if you can find a lower waste kind of antibacterial thing, I would highly recommend it. So yeah, those are my kind of Glastonbury / zero waste festival tips. Obviously, just do the best that you can. Also, one last thing, if you get your period, or you're going to be on your period, there are 3 different options that you can kind of use, or 4 maybe. I would highly suggest using some period pants, because they are just for me, they just make me feel safe and not paranoid, and I know that I am going to be safe when I am out and about, especially if I am caught unaware. You can also use a period cup. I personally wouldn't use a period cup at a festival because I couldn't wash it properly. I just worry with a period cup. I mean, if you have used a period cup at a festival, please comment your experience down below, because I reckon that we need to hear from you guys. You can also use reusable pads, but if you are a tampon person, you can use some organic tampons from like the company OHNE, for example. Or if you're not really a tampon person and you just want to try them just for this, you can actually get a free box of these guys just using the code immyvip. I'll leave that down below, and yeah, you guys can try it out. But there are lots of different options, so don't worry if you are usually a cup person but you don't know how that would work at a festival and you decide to bring a cup and period pants and some tampons. I think it's important that you feel safe in kind of your choice and not paranoid for the whole day, especially since the toilet situation can be really bleak. Anyway, that is it from me. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Obviously there are lots of things that I didn't perhaps talk about, but that's because those zero waste kind of essentials weren't really right for my experience. But if you have any other kind of ideas about what people can bring to a festival, please leave them down below. I would love to hear them. As always, please try and shop secondhand first, and also try and use what you already have. In the tent situation, me and my friends have had a tent that we have had for a really long time that we bought maybe 4 years ago together, and we just alternate it when anyone wants to go to some kind of festival, or we all share if we're going to the same one. So definitely sharing, borrowing, renting is a really, really, really good way of reducing as well. The same goes for my sleeping bag and sleeping mat. I've had those for years now because I love camping, and I've been camping loads and loads of times, but my friend Kate, for example, is just going to borrow one from her mum and her dad so that she doesn't have to go out and buy one. So borrowing is a really, really great way of reducing your waste, but also making sure that you have everything you need. Anyway, if you have any more questions, please leave them down below and I will get them answered for you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next year. Next year? What? I'll see you guys next week. If you are at Glastonbury, if you are at Glastonbury, please come and say hi if you see me. I would love to meet you guys. See you guys later. Bye.